I'm Peter Coy, Public Relations Officer for District 60, and today I'm interviewing Dave Perry, one of our Communication and Leadership Award recipients. Well, a big welcome to Dave Perry, who's the co-CEO of ISN. Really good to meet you too, Dave, and congratulations on receiving this award for communication and leadership.
I'm very excited.
And I'm excited too because your role within your company, which is to do with security and all kinds of work which involves what?
Well, we started first as an investigation company, and we built from there into a security company, a company that does a lot of training, and we also do background screening for pre-employment and criminal background checks and all of those kinds of things. So we've grown a fair bit in the last 7 years.
Well, it certainly seems that your communication and leadership skills have opened a lot of doors. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. I learned some of those skills very early on in policing when I was trying to solve cases. And it didn't matter what the case was. If it was worth the effort, I always reached out to the public. And the only way to reach out to the public as a police officer is through the media. And I found that I had a lot of success in, first of all, building public support and media support in some of the police actions that we were undertaking at the time. And I had some good success with it. So I thought in my second life, if you will, I still haven't figured out what I'm going to be when I grow up. But here I am today after 27 years of policing, and I co-own a business, at a very rapidly growing business. And it didn't make sense for me to park everything that I learned previously and try to reinvent the wheel. So I took the communication skills that I learned through all of my years in policing and transcended them over to business. So we've taken all of our sort of knowledge and skills from our former careers, and we've built them into our business model. And part of our business model is to get ourselves known, to let the public know that we're here, that we have a very good organization, we have the skills and ability to take care of any task, and we are problem solvers. And we're able to prove that by going on multimedia locations and talking about a variety of subjects, and hopefully doing a really good job and having people understand that we do have some credibility. So we use it as sort of a tool to get ourselves known more broadly in the industry, and we're quite proud of it.
I know that you train police officers and you improve their communication and leadership skills. And in your case, this is something which is sometimes going to make the difference between life and death. That must be quite stressful. Would you comment on that a little?
Well, we do want to make sure we get it right. As a police officer, training is the most important part of the job. And when you're dealing with a criminal investigation, for example, people forget that one of the key pieces of any investigation is the information. And in law, the truth from the accused's mouth is usually the most powerful piece of evidence you can get, and especially if it's the truth. So we use techniques that are so far different from what I think the general public expect. They expect hot lights, they expect aggressive and angry detectives, yelling and interviewing people, where the technique that we teach is exactly the opposite. It's all about communication, it's all about rapport building, it's about establishing a line of respect for each other. And I even use those words. I'll walk in, I'll say, I'll tell you what, I'm going to respect you in this interview, but I'd also like you to respect me. So I'm going to treat you accordingly. And it's my biggest challenge. I like to walk into a room on a difficult interview and be able to manage it within the first few seconds that I get in the room. If somebody says, you need to come down to HR at 2 o'clock this afternoon, that's usually not good news. And people's anxiety starts going through the roof, and learning how to manage that and get them to calm down and then communicate with you, it's just something that I really have a passion for and quite enjoy.
Talking of passions, you obviously have interests outside of your work.
Yes.
And I suspect that they also are informed by your passion,
yes.
Things that you want to see changed in the world. Could you talk about that a little?
Well, I've always enjoyed working with youth, and I've been doing that for many, many years. I was fortunate as a police officer to actually have it as part of my mandate at different points in my career. And after leaving policing, I got involved in Pro Action Cops and Kids out here in Durham region, and sort of helped on the startup board, if you will, to start getting police officers working with youth. So I enjoyed that. And really I enjoy and I'm passionate about any time that I can work with young people and let them know that we care about them, let them know that they have a real chance at life, make them understand what their responsibility in that role is, but through teaching and through working with different charity organizations. I think that's always been my real passion.
Thank you very much, Dave. I think communication and leadership skills are based on learning a confidence, which involves time on the stage, time actually doing this kind of work. I want to perhaps hold you up to our Toastmasters to show that being a Toastmaster is a means to an end, is not an end in itself. So learning these communication skills, learning these leadership skills opens the doors to be able to take on roles such as yours and make a real difference in the world. So I want to congratulate you on receiving this award. I think it's extremely well earned. So thank you very much, Dave.
I am honored, and I thank you.
This is Peter Coy for District 60 TV. See you next time.